Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with another Birch Press Designs. And what's awesome about this one is these two dies are part of their new release that they just had recently. So of course we've got a Valentine's Day theme going on. So we've got these beautiful dies with a very detailed sentiment, and then we've got what I refer to as the cloud. Some others call it a shadow, but I just call that a cloud behind it. But it is very dainty. So this is called Handwritten Love You and Outline, of course. And then we have our Flora heart layering die. So of course this is going to be in a die in a heart shape, and we have these 3 different layers. Now what's nice is each layer is extremely unique. Just saying. Very much so. So we have this one where we have these cutouts. We also have these flowers are getting just a little bit bigger, and then with this it's almost like it's the outline of the flower, and then there's pinholes throughout the top. So this is actually going to go in reverse. So that the largest is going to go down to the bottom to be the smallest. So let's get started. I've already taken care of doing all of my die cutting, which is awesome. And here is the base. Now obviously my cardstock was sitting in next to my baby wipe, so yay me. But that's okay. We'll just let that dry. Yes, that's what we'll do. Okay, so here are my colors. So I've got this beautiful teal. It's like a dark aqua. I've got my white, and I've got this purplish red. So this is the white. This is Rich Razzleberry by Stampin' Up, and this is Blushing Bride by Stampin' Up. And then I've got the sentiment already done as well. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it because we're going to make a landscape card. And I want to set 3 hearts onto this panel, and just to make sure they are matching. So I'm going to grab my liquid glue, and I'm just going to set some dots around this base. Now when it does come to my Birch Press dies, I do like to use a liquid glue, and a liquid glue that's kind of fast acting. So I'm going to have a quick grab onto that cardstock. Now I'm just going to take this heart. I am not one to measure. I'm going to be very honest, guys. I do not like measuring. I do not like taking the time to measure. So I just gauge it by my eyes, and we're going to see how this goes. I know it's bad. I should measure. I know, but I just don't. So I'm going to just look at how far that's coming in over there. And I want to make sure that the points come in the way that they're supposed to. So I'm looking for that to be even. Any glue that comes out the sides, I'll just use my nail and clean that up. So we have that layer there. And then this here is going to come off of that. And I'm okay with that coming off of the top. So again, we're going to come in. And as I'm putting this glue, I'm actually putting like little tiny dots. That will minimize the amount of glue that you get coming off. Now this is not even. I can already tell. There we go. I'm going to clean up the edges. And we'll press that down. So this is pretty much my base now. So what I'm going to do now is just add each of these layers. So you can see as I put this up on there, and then this one comes here, I've got this really different color scheme going on, but I have my pink, and I have like a purplish red, but it's really interesting on how this one is building. It's kind of going, well, it's not kind of, it is. It's going in reverse. The larger area or larger openings are actually at the top or on the top layer, not the bottom. Well, let me rephrase that. This is actually creating flowers. Now this is very thin, so I'm going to put dots in there. I'm just going to put a dot every so often along the edge. Keep going around. And now we're going to lay this right on top. Now, probably what I could have done was to set my layers together. I'm just going to push that down a little bit and then place them down onto my cardstock. That's another way that you could do it, because then you could be guaranteed that your heart is going in the same shape. So I'm just going to continue around doing the same thing, putting my dark pink layer next and then putting the light pink layer on, and I will be right back. Okay, we are back and my spot's almost dry. Yay. So we have our 3 hearts almost looking like a 3-leaf clover. So now what we're going to do, you can see the cloud, again, what I refer to the cloud is all of one piece. So that's actually going to be stretched across there. So tweezers definitely needs to come in, because you can see just how fine this this die is. So very small dots as we're applying our glue onto this. And then I'll even just tap my finger over it just to remove some more. And then we will set that right in place. Push that up. I do like, while this is so fine, I do like the look of it. It's got a lot of script to it. And even though it is so, it is an extremely elegant and dainty font, it does pack a punch. I'm sorry, I am still trying to get over what I had gotten, so I apologize for just coughing and not sounding too good. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to place that right along that edge there. I'm just going to straddle that across. So I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to attach it to my standard A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And it's almost kind of the same color. So even though there's a slight difference to it, it looks like you've got that border that's going around. And then just add a little bit to it. We're going to add some pearls to the center of these flowers. And again, just the ones that we see. I will be using my wax pencil to pick up my rhinestones. I get my wax pencils from Amazon, and I will have them linked down below. I actually made it easier. I actually created like a page for Amazon, so hopefully that will work. And there's so many choices. I mean, you never have to look, just at the ones that, that I chose. I mean, do your research, look around. There's so much available out there. You never have to go with just, the one thing that I had chosen. Maybe you also have something else that sits in your stash that's the same. Maybe there's a sequin, or maybe you've got some Nuvo drops. You can use those for your centers. Maybe you have that putty that you can put on the end of a toothpick to pick up your rhinestones or your sequins. Again, whatever you have, if you've got it in your stash, let's use that. It is not a requirement for anybody to purchase something. Let's use up what we've got. Although I have become a huge fan of these pearls. Love these pearls. All right, let me clean these up because they will end up all over the place. You all have seen that before. Okay. All right, and that is our card. Bright colors, maybe considered non-traditional colors, but we've got our pink in there, we've got our love you, and then we've got our 3 hearts just set there. So I do hope you enjoyed this project. Again, this is part of the new release by Birch Press Designs. And again, we used our floral heart layering die set, which of course a lot of these would work very well on their own as well. And then we used our handwritten love you and outline die as well. All the products that I used, of course, will be linked down below. And if you have any questions or comments, please make sure you leave those down below as well. And I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, I do apologize that I've been out of pocket for a while, but it's definitely been interesting. So I am back, coming back slowly. So we will get rolling again. If you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe, be part of my group. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I am so grateful that you are here and you spend just this little bit of time with me, whether it's every day, every other day, or whenever I am able to get a video up. Make sure you ring the bell. Make sure you give a thumbs up. But most of all, remember, enjoy your day, but always remember what's most important that you do every day. Always be creative.